What's up, YouTube? It's your girl DeeDee. Welcome back to the channel. So I am back with another reaction video. Now this video clip comes from Pop the Balloon St. Louis. This is their reunion episode. I want to go through a little bit of this and give my opinion on it. Make sure you guys chime in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on this particular clip. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments below. If you are new to the channel and you have not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It is free to subscribe. Share and like the video and turn on that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Here we go.
From my experience, no, it ain't
yes,
work
they
like
will,
that.
bro. They sharing you unwillingly anyway. Oh God.
Oh wow.
They sharing you unwillingly anyway. How you gonna say that they won't share you willingly and you taking care
That's
of
two different
both of
things.
them?
Willingly and unwillingly is two different
Just
things.
tell them. They already know what's going on anyway. They probably just waiting on you to say it.
You know, I just
Most
don't.
women know that they man messing with another woman. Oh Lord.
And you
That don't mean they're okay with it.
They okay with
They don't know that
They
doesn't mean they're
okay with it as long as, for one, she ain't calling my phone. For two, she ain't beating my door down. For three, I don't know who she is or whatever going on.
Now, a woman, now
you got
a woman who knows her
woman
man
having a double life too?
No, because she's not me. I'm a man and she's a woman. And we live by different rules on this planet Earth.
Okay, so they're talking about sharing a man. Basically, he's saying, hey, he asked the other guy if he wants two women, and if he does, if that's what he really wants, then I guess tell the woman so she'll know and be up and they could be upfront with it. And he's saying basically there are women who will be okay with that because women know or believe that their men are sleeping with other women anyway. But if you're upfront about it and you keep that at bay, don't have her calling her phone, or you don't have the side chick, I guess, interfering with your relationship, then some women would be okay with it. It's not for everybody, but there are some women who are open to it. You just can't be afraid to say what it is that you really want, in fear that she's going to go against it. Because you'll find in many cases these women will be okay with it because they already think that men are doing it anyway. But if you're upfront about it, some women could deal with that. Let's continue.
Now, I want to see the type of woman that you have dated. Like, I'm sorry.
Type of women that
I don't
date.
feel like you have dated a dominant woman, because me personally, the way you talking about her,
I would have been got rid of a dominant woman thinking she gonna tell me what to do.
and I would have been got rid of you with the type of
I get a
attitude you got.
soft, feminine woman that ain't gonna talk back to me every time she get
I
attitude.
know, with low self-esteem,
exactly.
that want to be
then
with
keep
you.
paying your own rent.
I know, and I love it.
And pay your own.
I love it.
Fine.
I love it.
The women that
And
don't talk back, you know what they doing? They living wonderful
with my
lives.
own, and I live wonderful, free, single,
and going to work every day.
And it doesn't matter. And working my businesses too.
Now, let's not, a lot of women take offense to what he's saying, but he has a point. I mean, there are men who just won't deal with these so-called dominant masculine women, and a lot of women don't like that because they think that that's something that a man is supposed to handle, that he's supposed to be able to handle her mouth and handle her attitude. If he's not, then he's sassy. He's not a real man. But there are men who just won't tolerate that, and that's where women get offended because they're like, well, I would like to see the type of women you deal with because they're insecure and they're this. So they always insult the man and they insult the woman that he potentially dates, saying that she's got to be insecure to deal with him. Maybe she's not. She's just not that type of what they would call dominant, aggressive, masculine woman. She's just who she is. Every woman is not masculine and aggressive like that. And so the ones that are, they get offended when men say, no, I wouldn't even date you. I wouldn't even deal with you because of your masculinity and your attitude and your so-called alpha female, as they would say. The men who have standards and don't want to tolerate that type of woman, it offends those type of women. But let's continue.
I love what I do. So you saying work a job, that's nothing to me. I'm a woman that definitely stomps her feet. So you saying something about a job, that's nothing to me. Right now, at this point, I have 3 jobs. Saying something about women being single, I'm okay with that.
That's fine.
I'm okay with that.
Ain't nobody getting mad at y'all for being single.
No, I'm
we
not
just telling
mad
you
at all.
why you are.
Why are you single? Because I said to know this.
I'm single because that ain't even that. It's like I got my picks, but it's like ain't nothing really to pick for real right now. If I wanted a girlfriend and I really just wanted to pick any, you could be my girlfriend. You could be my girlfriend.
So you trying to be in a polygamous relationship?
It ain't even that.
So
I'm at the point right now. I'm money. Yeah, I'm definitely the case.
Oh, okay.
Especially in my age bracket. Praise God.
So let me say this. How many PlayStations have you bought?
I done bought a lot of them, and Xboxes, and GameCubes, and Wii's, all types of
Because you mentioned that with a passion.
Man, look, it's something that we all done went through. We all just don't speak on it. We all done dated women with kids, and we all done got the short end of the stick. It's just we all deal with it in different ways. Some of us speak out on it, some of us don't. They always get the bigger end.
Some of the stuff that you said, I feel like I'm talking out of hurt. So that's just me.
I'm talking out of hurt. You see that these men ain't
That's just
disagreeing.
what I think.
Then why don't one man disagree with it?
Because you're the only person talking, really,
Do
to be
any
honest.
man disagree with what I have said so far? Speak now. If you do, it's fine.
Some of it is legit.
If I'm honest,
I'm ready for this.
I'm with him, but I'm not with him. Let me tell you why I'm with him. Some of the things that he's saying make sense, but I think that when you get with the right woman, you guys communicate, then everything can go the way he's saying.
Love it.
So like I think he's referring to a submissive woman. And I think that you have to communicate with the woman on a certain level to find out if she is submissive, and then he'll get everything he's talking about. But he's not dealing with submissive women. He's just dealing with, I don't know, because I'm dealing with women that's manipulative. Like women nowadays, they only want to be submissive when it fits them. They'll be submissive when we going on trips and when I'm paying the rent and whenever their car break down, I'm getting it fixed and whenever everything else is going good. When I tell you don't go to the club, it's a problem. You submissive whenever you want to be. But whenever I tell you to do something you don't want to do, now you're no longer submissive. That's not going for me. It's not going for me. I can't lie to you. He got some truth in there. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, I mean, what he's saying. Why is it so hard for other men to accept the truth? Y'all gotta speak up, and y'all gotta be on one accord, because the minute women could get in and deter one of you guys, and they could always debunk what the other one is saying. Y'all gotta stick together. If that's what y'all believe and y'all know that's what y'all go through, y'all can't be afraid to speak up. This is why I think it's important. As much as these women don't want the podcast, they don't want these men with the mics, I think it's important for them to have it so they can give their perspective. Even though women don't like it, I still think that everyone should have a platform or have the opportunity to give their thoughts and their perspectives on relationships and what they've been through versus what they don't want to go through. You're going to have to understand that what's good for the goose is good for the gander, meaning if you can speak out and have your voice and say what you like and what you don't like, then they have the same freedom to do so as well. It's not as tolerated and accepted when it comes to men. And that's the problem. Let's continue.
But what I noticed, I'm noticing that more so in the generation that came before me, the 30 and down. The ones that's around my age and up, they're a little better. But you know, them young ones, they've been having the little issues, you know. They do all of it, and then no offense, baby, but it's too much of the snapbacks of the hands and all that extra. But like you said, when you're doing for them, everything good. But too much talking. I might be rich on this a little bit. And not letting us lead. Yeah, we need to be able to lead. But how can I lead a woman who every time I say something, she got something to say back? So you get in a relationship with a man who you feel like gonna do better by you and get you in a better place in life, but you don't want to listen to him. Why are you with him?
I can't listen to a man or be led by a man that's gonna lead me into darkness. If I see off rip that you're finna lead me into some BS, then let me take the reins. I'm gonna have to take the reins to be masculine. Don't no woman wants to be masculine.
You're gonna pick better men today.
Right, and I think this is the part that a lot of women ignore. Y'all deal with dudes who are not leading. You deal with the worst types. You deal with the dude that you're physically attracted to, but he's not the type of guy that's going to lead you and lead you guys together to a better place. So this is the type of men that women are exposing themselves to, and they're complaining about it, and they put that title on all men, that all these men ain't leaders. I have to be strong and independent and do it for myself because he's not doing it. No, the men that you're dealing with don't do it. You keep picking the same types of guys with the same type of mentality, and you're looking for a different outcome. If you pick men who are already leading, already doing the things that they need to do for themselves, and then they're adding you to that, then that's how you get somewhere. But if you're picking a dude because, you know, he ain't really doing much, he ain't really caring about leading nothing because he ain't really serious about the relationship like that, you just somebody he can kick it with, somebody he can hang around with till he get tired. Well, he ain't leading you nowhere. So a lot of these women pick the same types of guys over and over, and the relationships never really work out. But then they claim, oh, he was a narcissist, he was this, he was an abusive. You keep picking those types of guys because the guys that will do better, that are better than that, you may not qualify for them. You might not be attracting those types of guys. And so I think that's where you hear women complaining about men, because they keep attracting the same type, and they don't realize that there is a whole nother group of men who have their stuff together, and they have standards, and they're not playing around, and they want something in a woman that is long lasting. That's when you find men who want the feminine women, the fit women, the cooperative women. And I think these women are constantly blaming the men, but they are not these fit, feminine, cooperative women that the men with standards are checking for. That's just what it is. Let's continue.
No women wants to be masculine. We all desire to be in our femininity. You know, we want a man to be able to be a provider, but you know, like you just said, it's different strokes for different folks. So, you know, and just like you said, you got to have that communication with whoever you with. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's boundaries to everything you're saying. And I don't disagree with nothing you said. I definitely do agree with you to a certain standpoint. But on the women's side of it, because personally, I want to be submissive to my man. If I can see that my man going to lead me to greatness and we can lead and be a partners, because ultimately I want a husband. That's a partnership. Okay. If I feel like that I can trust you and you can lead to me and we can do something, then that's going to be beautiful. But if I see you on some BS or you doing something you don't got nothing to do, then it's like, nah. Baby, I might have to take the reins on this one. I say it all the time, but if I see you doing something, I gotta.
Yeah, but take the reins. If you with a man that you see is not doing the things that you require him to do, why do you stay with him? You taking the reins just prove that you're the leader of that relationship, and you are the masculine one. So that's just what it's gonna look like. And so if that is not what you want, and if you want to be the feminine, submissive woman to your man, you taking the reins is not gonna help that. You're just gonna always be the masculine, one in the relationship. That's just what it is. And you're going to be the dominant one, and you're going to lead that situation. And eventually he's going to get tired of it, because he's not going to like the way he feels with the way you're running the show. So I think that if women truly want a man to lead, you got to find a man who is a leader. You can't be the dominant one. You can't be the masculine one, because you can't have two masculine parties in the relationship. So you got to find a man who is already leading in everything that he's doing, and allow him to lead if you were able to get in a relationship with that type of man. So women are in relationships and picking men that are not leading. And then they're complaining about it and then saying, I got to take it on and do everything. No, you don't have to. You could choose better. If that man is not doing what you want him to do as far as how you want your relationship to run and how you want it to go, he's not leading automatically, then maybe that's not the one for you. And if you want to be submissive, then you would be submissive. It don't matter who the man is. You could be submissive to any man because that's your nature. But if he's not doing what he's supposed to do, then that's probably not the one for you. So I would just say move on from that. But a lot of times they stay because there are things that they like about these types of men, because these usually are their types. And that's what they like. So they just go on and deal with it and lead the relationship, but then complain about it. Let's continue.
Like that's their fault.
Steer the boat.
I do got one question. They pick them. What? I know
You got your pick of the litter.
a lot of women and men, we all go through things, and that can kind of dictate our next relationships, right? Do you give that man a first space to be able to lead?
I feel personally, I like to give, I'm an Aquarius. I love people just expressing themselves and being them, being true to yourself. So I'm always gonna give anybody the benefit of the doubt when I first meet you. Let me give you a chance to see what you're gonna do on your own. But now if it gets to the point like, all right, I didn't see what you did. All right, this is good here, but this needs some work. Then a conversation either needs to be had on what we can do to be better. But if it's not going in that way, then we just need to separate ways. I'm not one of the people that's gonna stay with somebody that's not making me happy. If we didn't have one too many conversations about the same thing, you continuously just doing the same thing. Vice versa, it could be something I'm doing the same thing, and we had multiple conversations. Or then it's like, yeah, if it's not working, we can't come to agreement. Then cool, part ways. But if something that's
I got a question.
Yes.
Shout out to you. I'm Aquarius too.
We the best. The best sign.
So do a man have to earn you being feminine?
I don't think so. No, let me tell you why. It's all about energy for me. I'm really big on energy. Like I know off rip, just talk off of one conversation, who I can just automatically like, all right, this is gonna be a person I could just submit to, and I can listen and let him lead and do his big one. But some people, just like with females, you come to, who gonna be the ones gonna be outside like, hey, outside for or who gonna be the ones gonna be like, oh, this is gonna be a person I'm able to communicate with. This is gonna be a person I'm able to build with. This is a person I'm gonna be able to do that with. I feel like off the initial interactions with people, you should automatically know, like from point time you step into a room and have that first initial conversation with somebody, you should already know.
So do you choose? You pick and choose depending on who you're dealing with.
What you mean? Be specific on what you mean.
So if you're dealing with, depending on the man that you're dealing with, you're like, I got to be a little more masculine with him.
No.
Or I can be feminine and I could just be soft with him.
Well, I think that's also depending on the woman. Personally, for me, like I said, I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt.
I really don't think that you can pick and choose your one to be masculine or feminine. I think if your nature is a feminine nature, that's just who you are. If you're masculine, that's what shows. I don't, turning it on and off, I think it's just a facade. I think you can pretend to be one way and you're really not that way. Of course, you can pretend to be this feminine, soft woman and you're really not. And when you're really not, it's going to show. And it's not going to take very long for that true nature to come out. So I just think that either you are this feminine woman and you exude femininity. It don't matter if you meet a man that's kind of, on a feminine side or masculine side. It shouldn't dictate or change who you are. If that's who you are, that's who you are. If you're feminine, you're feminine. If you're masculine, you're masculine. That's just what it is. And usually if you're of masculine nature, it doesn't take much for that to come out. The minute somebody says something or do something that you don't like, oh my God, the loud, aggressive masculinity comes right out. You can't hide it because it's in your nature and it's just right there. It's right there waiting to jump out. Soon as something you don't like, it jumps out. Let's continue.
It's going to be me 100% all the time. I'm going to give everybody the same version of me. Some people may not like it. Some people may like it. It's up to you to decide if you want to do it or not and vice versa. Now, if I'm just being 100% myself and giving that to you, then whatever you do with that's whatever you do with it. But I'm a reciprocator. As women, we're reciprocators. I'm going to reciprocate whatever my man is doing or giving me, respectfully.
It ain't all the time.
If you giving me hard times and problems, nah, baby, like, goddamn, I'm tired of you being in my goddamn face. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be quiet.
But I just think as women, we're reciprocators. Like, if I know my man paying the bills, he making sure I'm good. We don't get into no arguments. I said good. I ain't got no issues. Yes, baby, you can have everything you want in the world. Now, if there's some things going on maybe my end or their end, and it just ain't adding up, then maybe it's like I said, a conversation is to be had.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit more difficult than that. A lot of women are not reciprocators. A lot of women are very selfish. And I think there might be some who reciprocate that type of energy, but a lot of them do not because they think that they're better than men. They think they deserve the princess treatment and they think they deserve it from you. And so, yeah, there are a lot of women who are not reciprocating what they're asking for. There are a lot of women who are entitled. So that is not every woman. Maybe some women are that way, but that is definitely not all. And that is part of the problem that we're seeing when it comes to dating and the difficulties that women and men are having with dating and building relationships and families is because women have been indoctrinated into believing that they're the prizes and they're the queens and the princesses and men should pay for their time and men should pay them to be with them. Men should pay it all without offering much in return. And so when men are saying, hey, we just want a cooperative, a fit, friendly, attractive woman who's cooperative and want to work with us and meet us halfway so that we can build together, not a woman who's wanting to meet us at the finish line and take everything that we have and not contribute anything into the pot. That is what men are saying, and women are saying something else. So it's a huge disconnect when it comes to building relationships in 2025 because women believe that they're the prize and they shouldn't have to do anything to get a man and a man should do everything to get them. So that's my thoughts, you guys. Y'all chime in the comments below. I want to hear what you have to say. Definitely chime in. Subscribe to the channel if you like the content. Like and share the video and hit that notification bell to be notified when I upload new content. Y'all let me know what y'all think and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.